So this is a MGS1 100% run on PC. So I have to get every item of the game, get every weapon, get every codec frequency. It's gonna be an easy run. So you start with a few items in your inventory. You start with a scope, you start with cigarettes, and we're gonna take our first item in the game, the ration. Here we go.
What was that noise?
So basically, in this room, you can't do anything except just wait. Wait for the elevator to come down. So the elevator comes down after 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So we're gonna use this time to farm alerts, because one thing to know about this game is if you have more than 10 alerts at the end of the game, there's a PAL key you will have to find in the game, and it will spawn in the dishes. But if you don't farm the alerts, if you have less than 10 at the end of the game, there's some rat who's gonna eat the PAL key, and you can lose time because killing the rat can be sometimes tricky. So right now we're gonna try to have 6 or 7 alerts. 6 should be enough, but if we can get 7, it would be better, just in case. Now we have our alerts. So now we're gonna wait for the elevators to come down. So there's a guard in the elevator. So what we're gonna do is knock on the wall on the right to attract him, and go on the left to sneak in to the elevator. So the second room is helipad. So helipad, you have to know one mechanic about this game. You run way faster with a weapon equipped in your hand. You should always have a weapon in your hand. So this is the first weapon we take, the chaff grenade. So we're gonna equip it and run with it because we're way faster. Didn't take damage there, great. So right now we're gonna get a call from Master Miller, aka Liquid, and then we gotta call Natasha. So I have one more frequency unlock the game. Because just to remind you, we'll have to get every codec frequency in the game. There's 7 frequencies in the game. There's Odakan, Liquid, Campbell, Mating, Natasha, Master Miller, and Deep Throat. Just gonna follow the rats there and make our way through the hangar. So I'm gonna use a chaff to attract the guard so I can open the elevator and he doesn't spot me, because if he spots you there, you're gonna have an alert and you can't go into elevators if you have an alert, so we want to avoid that. So here we are to the first mini boss of the game, of the run, the Gold Rush. So basically it's just waves of enemies coming to you and you have to kill them as fast as possible. To kill them all, we will use the first fire weapon we will find in the game. It's gonna be the SOCOM. Get shot there.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
So you want to kill them as fast as possible, but you don't want to use, you don't want to waste too many weapons, because if you do, first of all, you will be out of ammo for this fight, and then you have to keep ammos for Psycho Mantis. So hopefully it's a 100% run, so I will have the FAMAS to fight Mantis, but still, the more ammo you have, the best it is. Now we're gonna head to the first real boss of the game, Revolver Ocelot. And to do that I'm gonna take one more weapon, actually two more weapons, the C4 to blow up the walls and the grenade. So there's two ways to kill Ocelot. You can kill him with the SOCOM, which is the safest strat. It's slower, but it's safer, and you can kill him with the grenade. So using the grenades is tricky and risky, but it's 8 seconds faster. So here we go with the grenades.
Draw!
Got it. So I'm gonna equip the chest. As I said, you want to have a weapon in your hand at every time. You're faster, and no matter what weapon it is, except for first-person view weapons, as the sniper, the stinger, but otherwise you're faster. So what I did there, it's a throw cancel. I throw the guard and I equip the weapon really fast, so it cancels the animation and I can run faster. Right now I'm gonna equip the SOCOM and take the suppressor, since I need to take every item in the game on a 100% run. So I have the suppressor, and if I just equip my SOCOM, I will use it on the SOCOM automatically. So, and right now I did a vent glitch, so it's a glitch to go through the vent and go out of bounds, out of the map. Normally you will have to call meryl, which is really longer, so this is the fastest way. And then we're gonna fight our second boss, which is the tank. So I'm gonna throw a shaft to avoid him to shoot me, and then throw a grenade in the hole. So if you throw a grenade into the hole, you can kill him with two grenades.
Yeah, you like this.
And here we go. So now this is the only time in the run I'm gonna run with no weapon equipped, because I have to buffer. There's a really precise timing there to you're gonna see it. So right now I equip the grenade. I take chest over there, and since I buffered, it's gonna be perfectly timed for the guard to turn around so I can throw him and take the elevator. I got a fast elevator, by the way. That's great, because there's RNG in the elevators. You can have slow elevators, you can have fast elevators. I had fast. And then I'm gonna take a new weapon, which is the Nikita. So it's a missile launcher, but you can control the missile. You won't see it. So what I'm gonna do here is skip the zip throat codec and call Meryl instantly because it's really close. The frequency is close. So I'm gonna call her and skip it. So I unlocked Meryl frequency. I'm gonna use the Nikita to blow up the generator because the ground is electrified and I can go through. So actually I called Meryl. That's the well, there's gonna be one more codec to call at the end of the game. That's it. So right now I'm gonna use a glitch, the shuffle. Normally you will have to stop there and lose time, but since I use the shuffle, I can go through. To use the shuffle on PC, you have to like switch between two weapons really fast to like glide on the ground. And that's what I'm gonna do here to save time as well. Here we go. So, new boss, the ninja. So the ninja is not really hard, but the thing is, you don't want to miss punches because if you do, you're gonna lose time. And I missed it. So since I missed it, I will have to find a way to recover. There's a way to recover, but it's pretty tricky. Not sure I'm gonna have it, but we're gonna see. So if you miss shots, if you miss punches, you can have one more line of dialogues and it costs you 12 seconds. So it's pretty much something. And here we go. So the next phase is hide and seek. He's just gonna hide in some spots on the room. There's 5 different spots you can hide in. I got a good RNG there. It's up to the RNG. It can be anywhere on the 5 spots. And it's bad RNG there. One last time. Good RNG. And I'm gonna shuffle there. Okay, so I did it. So normally during those cutscenes you can't move, but since I shuffle, I can save time. Be closer than here. Nice. So this is the way to recover. If you missed punches, you can do you can make him teleport and kick him at the same time, and if you do that, you can recover and skip the dialogue. That's what I did, so that's great. And that was the ninja. So right now we're gonna head to the next boss, which is, in my opinion, the best boss of the game, mantis. But first, I have to find Meryl, and I will take a new item, which is the cardboard box. But before that, I'm gonna take this gas mask. I'm gonna take stuns, I'm gonna need it. Stuns are really useful in the run. And then I'm gonna take the FAMAS. So, I'm gonna take the cardboard box. So, of course I have to take every item, so I have to take it. But anyway, when I don't do 100% run, just all bosses run, I take it anyway, because if you have this, you can use a glitch. You're gonna see after mantis some glitch I'm gonna use to go out of bounds. And I will
Don't
need this
move.
box.
Okay, let's go. I know this place better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me. That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
So what? Right now I'm gonna use some strat. I'm gonna throw Meryl into the room.
Come on,
Because
Mr.
normally
Foxhound.
we'll have to
The
just
commander
wait
is
for her
waiting.
to come in, but if I throw her just like that, I'm gonna save half a second, maybe a second, and I'm gonna stand right there on this tile because if you don't, Meryl will move and you will lose time. So right now I'm gonna throw a stun to stun her because I don't want to kill her, of course. I'm gonna take those FAMAS ammo. And this is Psychomantis. So Psychomantis, he has a pattern. So first of all I have to shoot him 3 times. And then I'm gonna have to shoot him 4 more times. So that's 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then I throw a grenade. So why I do that? I do that because I can skip a phase if I do that. If you throw a grenade on a good time, you will skip a phase. So basically the phase where Meryl just aims at you and try to kill you.
Meryl, stand right where he can see you and blow your brains out.
Stop! Meryl!
I'm gonna throw her,
It cannot be! No!
and then I'm gonna throw another grenade at Mantis to skip another phase. And this is the final phase. I just have to shoot him 2 times, and then he's dead. So that was Mantis. It's a really complicated boss. You have to know it before you fight it, because the RNG is something important.
I'll take point. Snake, you follow me.
So then I'm gonna use the glitch I told you. So I'm gonna okay, I got it second try. So I'm gonna use the box there to just go through the wall. And right now I'm gonna try to use another glitch, which is the shuffle. You already seen. I can skip a Meryl dialogue with that, and I missed it.
Snake, what's wrong? I thought you were good with dogs.
So basically you can skip this line of dialogue, but
This place
I
is
messed
mine.
up. It's
I'll
okay.
take point again. Stay back, okay?
It's
The
not
radar
that
is working.
huge.
And since we can't
Just
use the
a
mine
little bit.
detector either,
Time
Leave it to
loss.
me. So, what do you think? Pretty good, huh?
how did you know where the mines were?
It sounds weird, but when Mantis dove into my mind, I was able to see where the mines were placed. Are you impressed?
Oh yeah, I'm very impressed.
A little bit.
She's really
Only
impressive.
a little?
No, just kidding. I'm not. So right now Meryl's gonna be shot, and I have to take the PSG-1,
Meryl!
the sniper rifle, to kill Wolf. So I'm gonna go back to the armory when I fought Ocelot to take the PSG-1. One thing you have to know about the PSG-1, it's the most broken weapon in the game on PC. Because once you have this weapon, you can do a weird glitch called GME, aka God Mode Exploit, where you can be invincible, and sometimes you can just like go out of bounds and skip some rooms with it. So basically what happens is when you equip your PSG-1, there's an animation where Snake crawls to aim with the PSG-1. But if you equip another weapon really fast before the animation is over, you're gonna be like stuck in the animation. And then you're gonna be invincible, because when you go into this animation, you cannot be shot. That wouldn't be fair. So we're just gonna use that to our advantage, and that's what God Mod Exploit is, being invincible. So right now I'm gonna take a particular line to avoid some claymores, because this is the claymore field. Oh, okay. Oops. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I missed the line. So right now I'm gonna equip the stuns. I'm gonna throw 2 stuns, because if you throw 2 stuns at a really precise timing, the elevator will remain open. So I'm gonna throw a stun there, avoid the shoots, throw another stun, equip the chaff, take the PSG-1, go back to elevator, and it should be open. Yeah, it remains open, and I throw a chaff. So why do I throw a chaff? It's to attract the guard on the left, because if I don't, the guard will investigate the elevator, and I'm gonna get caught. If you get caught there, you have an alert, and as I said, if you have an alert, you cannot use the elevator, so you lose time. So right now I'm gonna use the GME, God Mode Exploit, for the first time, so I'm invincible, basically. I'm just gonna pick up a claymore, because this is a 100% run, so I want to have every possible weapon and item in the game. And claymore is one of the weapons of the game. And then I'm gonna go back to the nuke building. So right here I'm gonna use a strat. I'm gonna use the chaff grenade to distract the guard on the left and go to the elevator faster. Because if you don't, we'll have to wait for the guard to leave the place, and you're gonna lose a lot of time. So I'm gonna throw a chaff there to attract him, throw him, and take the elevator. It saves a lot of time. So now you're gonna see another glitch you can use with the PSG-1. So I'm gonna go out of bounds. So when you reach the bottom of the map on a room, you just teleport to the other side. So I'm gonna use that to teleport up. I'm gonna heal just in case, because I got to play more, so I'm not sure I can survive. So this fight is the first war fight, and there's a lot of RNG involved in it. That was a good fight, actually. That was a good fight. So there's a lot of RNG in it. She can hide behind a pillar, and if she does, you lose a lot of time. So I got lucky there. She didn't hide.
Don't move!
And then I'm using the Jamie again to teleport to the other side. Go to the cell.
I'm Timberland. Leave it to me. I want no more accidents like that. Don't.
Yes, he's my target. Mine.
So right now I'm getting tortured. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna submit to the torture. Because it's faster. You can resist to the torture to save Meryl. So if you resist to the torture, you save Meryl. If you submit, you save Otakon.
I'll take the woman in return.
It's way faster to save Otakon. And if you save Otakon at the end of the game, you have the stealth camo.
I hope you
If
can
you
still
save
look at
Meryl, you have
yourself
the
in the
bandana.
mirror, my
That's not
friend.
important, but just for you to know.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes. Shut up! Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
So right now I'm gonna wait for this guard to go to the toilets, and Otakon will come and gives me 2 more items. Well, 3 items actually. One of them is the card to open doors. One other item is the handkerchief. The handkerchief is useless in the run, but I have to take it since it's heading 100%
I'm
run.
here.
And
Where?
the most important is gonna give me a ketchup. So with the ketchup I can
Jeez, he's coming back.
fake, like
See you
do
later.
a fake death to attract the
Wait.
guard in the cell and escape. So I'm gonna use the ketchup. The guard will think this is blood. That's how we escape from the cell. There's another way to escape, but it takes longer.
What the hell?
This is the fastest way to escape. So right now I'm gonna try to use a glitch again, the shuffle, and I got it. So usually you have an animation. Snake goes behind the torture thing and just dress up, but I skipped it using the shuffle. I go straight out of the room, and now I'm gonna go to B2. Why? Because I'm gonna have to take another item, the camera, which is behind the wall, so I will have to use the C4 there. I'm gonna go to GME to be invincible. I'm gonna take the camera, and I'm gonna take more C4 because I'm gonna need C4 for later in the run. And I'm going back.
What was that noise?
I'm gonna go to first floor, and now I'm gonna have to take another item, which is another cardboard box. So I'm gonna use a chaff to avoid getting spotted by the camera. Take more chaffs, the cardboard. Oh, okay. It's okay. So right now I'm gonna use a stun to get 1 more alert, because as I said, I want to have more than 10 alerts at the end of the game. So just in case, I'm gonna farm an alert there. I'm gonna go GME to avoid the claymores. and go back to the nuke building. So now I'm gonna use the strat I used earlier, the chat strat, to attract the guard. So this is the fastest strat to go there. There's another strat on PC where you can use the PSG-1 and snipe the guy, but this one is faster. So now I'm gonna go to B2 because I'm gonna have to take an item, which is a mine detector, I think. I don't remember. No, the thermal Google. Okay, yeah, it's a thermal Google. And then I'm gonna go back to B1 and take 3 more items. So it's the medicine, the diazepam. So the diazepam is just used to not shake when you aim with the PSG-1. And the other item might be the night vision Google, I think. So there's the medicine. This is the diazepam. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, night vision Google. Alright. And I'm gonna use a grenade to farm an alert there, just in case. Since it's free. And here we go again, I'm gonna use the GME to go out of bounds. It's way faster. So I time my steps with the sound cue. Same here. And right now I'm gonna go into GME and I'm gonna use a grenade to trigger the alert on the camera, because if you don't, you will have cutscene and you lose time. So it's way faster to do that. And I take the rope. So the rope is a really important item because you will have to use it on the roof to go to rappel. If you don't take it, you will have to go back there to take it again. So you don't want to miss it. Never. So on a console run, this room can be tricky. You have to throw the guard, you have to use stunts, you have to avoid the shots. But since we are on PC, we use GME, so we are pretty much invincible. And it's way easier. And then we're gonna take the ladder to go on the roof. So right now I'm gonna use the GME again to skip a cutscene. And I'm gonna use the rope to repel. So here I'm gonna try to use a strat where I time my codec right there. Okay, I got the first frame, that's great. So the rappel is kind of weird. You don't want to go straight line, straight down. You want to like go diagonal. It's way faster. So right now I'm gonna equip the card and I'm gonna use the C4 to blow this door because this door is closed. It can only be opened if you blow a C4 on it to open it. And since it's a 100% run, I will have to get every door open in the game. So this is one of them. I use GME as you see to avoid getting shot by the guard there.
Damn.
So right now I'm gonna use Jimmy again to skip a cutscene. Usually there's a cutscene there with Otacon and it's really long. You can skip the cutscene of course, but there's like an intro in the cutscene where Snake stops and you cannot move. So it's way faster to do that. It saves time. And I'm gonna head to the next boss, which is the Hindy, the helicopter that you saw when I was in the hotel. I'm gonna have to destroy it. So for that I'm gonna use the stinger I just picked up on the hallway. So I'm gonna the Hindy has a iframe, so you have to wait for his iframe to end before you shoot again, or it won't work. Okay, I got it. So the thing about the Hindy is you don't want to miss too many shots. You want to shoot him on the perfect timing to have a loop. Because if you don't, there's a chance he goes below, under the building, and you can lose a lot of time. It can take up to 30 seconds. So you don't want to miss that. I'm just gonna wait for him to come here. Okay, you got it. And then I'm gonna shoot him on the timing, waiting for his iframe to stop. Because if I miss shots, we can go under the building. As I said, it's a huge time loss. That's basically a run kill. Here we go. That was the Hind. So, since I use GME, I'm invincible, and you're gonna see it there. The Hind is gonna shoot, and I'm not gonna die because Snake is solid. So I'm just gonna take one pack of Stinger ammo and use Jamie to not get shot by the turrets on the wall. So the next mini boss, it's not a boss really, it's a mini boss. I call it the Four Horsemen. It's in an elevator. You have to kill 4 guys. They are wearing stealth camo, so they're supposed to be invincible. And the thing about this fight is, on the all bosses run, you can avoid it. You can go straight to the next boss. There's a way to just skip this, but since it's a 100% run, I want to do every boss and mini boss, so I have to do this one. This once, actually.
Huh?
So Otakon is gonna call me and tell me that there's 4 guys invisible
Too late,
with
Snake.
me
Now
in the
die.
elevator. And the fastest way to deal with it is to choke them to death. Okay, well, that was not too bad. I'm just gonna use a chaff to not get shot by the turrets, and I'm gonna pick up some PSG-1 ammo since I'm gonna need it for the next boss, which is the hardest and most annoying boss on the run, Wolf 2, because there's a lot of RNG involved in it. If you have a bad RNG, she can just like keep running and you can really do anything. So the best way to kill her is to use a Stinger and PSG-1. So basically when she's aiming at you, you use the PSG-1, and when she's hiding behind the tree, you use the Stinger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to heal. So this loses a lot of time, but I don't have a choice. If I die there, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. So, okay, that was not a good fight, but still, she's dead. That's what matters. And now I'm gonna pick up the last box, the last cardboard box of the run. It's in this room up there. And I'm gonna go to the blast furnace. So the blast furnace is the most useless room on the run, because if I use Jamie just like that, I can like skip the entire room. I don't have to deal with it. But I'm gonna have to get back here at the end of the run to hit the power key. So right now I'm using a strat I found recently. I use the C4 on the ground to kill the guy just behind me, and as I'm blowing the C4, I'm using the Stinger to shoot those 2 guys. So basically the strat was to kick the guys out of the elevators, but this one is really faster. That's one I found. That's the strat I found recently. So right there I'm using GME. I just used GME to avoid the codec call. There's some codec calls you can avoid using GME, but not all of them, just a small amount of them. And we're gonna head to the next boss, which is Raven, Vulcan Raven, which is the easiest boss in the run, obviously. So what I'm gonna do is use GME and use the FAMAS to shoot him once, and then I'm gonna use the Nikita to finish the job. So I'm gonna have to wait for his iframe to end, because if I shoot too early, it's not gonna work. And I have just enough ammo for the boss, so I don't want to waste more. So right now I'm gonna use a stun to stun the guard, and I will have an alert. I want to have this alert. As I said, I want to have at least 10. So right now it's gonna be the moment I was talking at the beginning of the run. I gotcha. It's okay. So if I have 10 or more alerts, as I said, the Palki will be into the dishes. So that I think I have 10 or more. That's gonna be okay. So there's a RNG there. There's 7 spots where you can find the Palki. There's good spots, there's bad spots, and I want to find the bomb as well. On the normal run, you want to avoid the bomb because you lose time. But since it's a 100% run, I want to have every item, and the bomb is one of the items of the game. So I want to have Palki and the bomb. So I got the Palki, that's great, and I got the bomb. So that was a really good RNG, actually. Like I said, there's 7 spots where you can find it, the Palki and the bomb, and it can be to the left side, it can be to the right side, it can be very far. So right now that was a really good RNG. As you saw, I threw the bomb because the bomb is gonna explode after 20 seconds when you pick it up, and if it hits you, it's an instant death. Instant death. You can't do anything about it. So right now I'm gonna use the Palki on the first computer. So there's 3 computers. First I use the regular Palki, but then I'm gonna freeze the Palki to use it on the second computer, and after that I'm gonna have to hit the Palki and use it on the last computer. So basically you do 3 travels. So to freeze the Palki, I'm gonna go back to the room where I killed Vulcan Raven, and I'm gonna wait for 61 seconds. It takes 61 seconds, sorry, to freeze and to heal the palki. It can be more, but it cannot be less. If you leave the room after 59 or 60 seconds, it's not gonna work, and you're gonna have to go back to the room and do it all from the beginning. So you don't want to mistime it. So this is the room. Since I have to wait for 61 seconds, I'm just gonna pick up some ammos for the stingers. The Nikita ammos are useless there, but I'm just gonna take it. But what you want to take is the stinger ammo, because you're gonna have to use it for the Rex fight. I think 61 seconds. So you can check up the cards to see if it worked. I'm just taking the risky way. So in the command room, when you use the padkey on the computers, you don't want to be spotted by the cameras, because if you do, you will be locked into the room and there will be gas in the room, and you will have to die and have it continue. So you gotta be careful. I'm gonna use the FAMAS there to get rid of the guard. And then using the padkey on the second computer. So I got spot, but I reached the computer before I got spot, so that worked. Right there I'm using something called skating. So basically I just unequip and equip my weapon really fast, and if I do that I can remove the noise from my steps on the ground, so it's useful. Right there I'm gonna pick up one of the last items of the run, which is the mine detector. So now I'm gonna go back to the blast furnace. You remember this room I told you, the useless room of the run? Well, it's not that useless after all, because I can use it to hit my padkey. So there's a turret there to avoid getting shot, and I didn't. It's okay. Not a big deal. So once again I'm gonna have to wait 61 seconds to hit the pad key, but what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pick up some stunts because I'm gonna need it later, and I'm gonna pick up one of the last items of the run, which is the body armor. So here it is, the body armor, and I'm gonna just pick up some stinger ammos, since I have to wait 61 seconds anyway, so I can take it. I'm gonna use GME to get invincible, and right there I'm gonna wait until the pad key is in. So now I'm gonna head back to the command room and use the pad key on the last computer. I'm gonna use GME there to avoid a codec call and save time.
Thank
So now I'm gonna have to call Otacon to open the door. And did I call Meryl? I don't remember. Like, it's useless calling her now because she's dead. She's already dead. But did I call her? Yeah, of course she's dead. Okay, yeah, I remember I called her on the gas corridor, so I just lost time there. It's okay. So now I'm gonna have to wait for his iframe to end before I shoot, or it will work.
Now,
So Rex has two phases.
finally die.
That was the first phase.
After Zanzibar, I
The
was
second phase
taken
is
from
a
the
little
battle,
bit harder, but it's
neither
not a
truly
big thing.
alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Second phase. Okay, I shot too early, so that didn't work. That's what I was saying. You want to wait for his iframe to end. Okay, so this is the liquid
If you win,
liquid fight.
you might still be able to save her.
So you have to do some kind
Could
of loop,
enjoy one brief moment of
a
love
double punch
before
loop.
the end.
We call it
If you cross
infinite
this
punch.
line, you'll fall. At
So
this
it's
height,
pretty tricky.
it
It took
will
me a long
kill
time
even you.
to get it. So it's really precise. You have to double punch,
Have at you, Snake.
but you have to really time it. So I'm gonna throw him twice to get a good setup, and then start the infinite punch.
Nice shot! What's wrong, Snake?
Okay, I lost it. It's okay.
Hurry!
Ah, I didn't kick him out. Okay. I got it.
Hurry!
So I think I lost 15 seconds there.
I'll drive.
That's okay.
Uh-oh. A surveillance camera.
It was still a decent fight.
Darn, no keys.
So now I'm gonna wait for
I got him. Let's go.
Otacon to start the car.
I got it. Snake, jump in.
Oh, got shot there. Unlucky.
Snake, hold on.
It's pretty rare, but it can happen.
Uh-oh, Snake. It's a checkpoint. Here they come.
So I have to shoot the barrels.
Good job, Snake. Let's go.
So there's two checkpoints. The first checkpoints were the two guards, and now we have a checkpoint with 3 guards. I have to kill them all.
Damn, you can't get through. Snake, you gotta clear a path. You did it, Snake.
And no, it's not dead. I can't believe it.
It's not over yet! Liquid!
So once again, I'm gonna have to shoot him and wait for his iframe to end. So first transition shot, I got it, and second one I got it. So there's 4 transition shots if you miss one, you can waste time. You can do a couple of seconds every time you miss one. So. Number 4, got it all. This is the end of the run, so I'm gonna have the score board, the score screen, and see my time. 106.90, which is a good time. That was a good run, a good time. And as you see, I have the special item called Stealth because I saved Otakon, so that's the last item you get in the run. So I got all items, all bosses and mini boss killed, and all codec frequencies. So that was the MGS1 run, PC easy 100%. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good one.